Okay, Shalom. Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah HaKudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwap that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawap, just coming at you with another quick lesson. And praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to just touch on this article. It says 19-year-old bought $100 worth of pills in a Taco Bell parking lot. Now she's deleted. So you can see the young lady to the left here is the one that sold her the bad drugs, and the one to the right is the one that actually bought them. They both appear to be Edomites, but we don't go by skin color. You know, this is a DNA thing. If you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are an Israelite. It has absolutely nothing to do with color. Both of these young ladies could be Israelites, you know. But just in the spirit of reading the article and little stuff like that, you know, it's kind of leaning more towards Edomites, you know. But like I said, again, it's not a skin color thing. But these women that are at ease out here, that are gadding abroad, that's able to go about and do shit like this, and then everybody's supposed to feel sorry. And, you know, it's just not looking well right now for the women of America, man. I'm talking about from every age limit. Because I know here where I'm at in Detroit, every week it's a 12 to 13 to 14 to 15-year-old. They really between the ages of like 12 and 14, really. It's one coming up missing every week. And then a week or so later, 2 weeks, maybe a month later, they'll get recovered. And they never tell you where they was. But we already know where they was. Out doing some bullshit. You know? But it says a 19-year-old woman has been charged in the death of a teen who died. Now, mind you, both of these young ladies is 19. But they're going to call the one that actually got, you know, had the overdose. They call her a teen. But they call the other one that sold her the drugs a woman. But they're both 19. And that's how Esau get down, too. See, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. See, that's how he generally criminalizes Jake like that. He generally criminalizes so-called black people like that. And really, in reality, this right here is karma. What y'all would call karma, rather. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Galatians 16 real quick. No, Salaki, what am I saying? Galatians 16. Galatians 6. Right? See, this is what's happening to you so-called white people here in America. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right? So all that crack season, man, that crack era was hardcore, boy. But when Jake was out here really just doing bad, man, with that shit, Esau was throwing their asses right in jail. Now, had this young lady even got caught with those $100 worth of pills, they wouldn't have done nothing but probably, took her to, maybe took her to jail for a hot sec, gave her some help, called it up, it's a disease, it's a pandemic of young women or young people, ODing these days. But it's really for Esau. Esau got places where he can go and actually shoot up whatever the drug of his choice. He can go and actually take it legally, and they have staff that'll help him take it legally. They got Narcan machines and shit like that. They got, they'll help his ass get just the right high that he wants to get without overdosing. And if he does overdose, they'll bring his ass back to life. But this is Esau. But when it came to the so-called black people, hey, people was just either getting shot, robbed, killed, stolen from, houses being, damn house intrusions was big back then. It was nothing for a person to climb through your fucking window, man. And now, as a matter of fact, the crack era is what really made the alarm systems, like the alarm systems that generally people got Ring doorbells now. But even like they used to have, alarm systems where, they kind of like would have like an alarm that would go off. You go, as soon as you come in through the door, you had to put in your little code to keep it from going off. If it sounded, somebody would call, to see if that system. It was an older school system. But bars on the windows and shit like that came along during the crack era, not that long ago. A lot of people didn't have all these bars and became all enclosed in their houses like how they are now. You know, even the car alarm. The car alarm became real big at that time. I remember they had the detachable radios. I don't know if anybody remembers that. You know, where they were stealing radios out of the car. So what they came up with was you could detach the face of the radio from the actual radio and slide it off into a little pouch and take your radio with you. That was the crack era. But anyway, let's go to Job to prove that, you know what I'm saying, this is it's dealing with nations as well. What is that? 34. Job 34 and 29. And it reads, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him, whether it be done against a nation or against a man only? See, the Lord, he deals with nations of people. And nations don't have nothing to do with landmass. Just because you live in America, that doesn't make you an American. Because you was born here in America, that doesn't make you an American. Yeah, you're a citizen, but your ethnicity, your pedigree, your backdrop that goes into your life, you know, your life force, so to speak, or your family tree, that's what you are. And the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are Israelites. We come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the so-called white people, the so-called white race, they come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. They are Edomites. They're not white. They're pinkish to reddish in color. You can clearly see that in this picture right here of these young ladies here. They're not white. But now let's move on, because I'm going to show you how Esau, they'll come up with a law for their children. They'll write a bill. Come up with a whole goddamn act on your ass. You know what I'm saying? When it involves their children. That's where you know, like you get the Amber Alert and stuff like that from. You know, they come up with these bills and laws, and it's from some so-called white parent fussing about how their child was so inhumanely done that we have to have a law for it. Then they push the shit through. But they not doing nothing like that for you Negroes. Anyway, the 19-year-old woman has been charged in the death of a teen who died of fentanyl overdose in Sandy Springs. Michaela Peacock, 19, died. See, she's 19 too. So why are they saying one is a teen but one is a woman? Michaela Peacock, 19, died June 6 after her mother came home and found her daughter slumped over and unresponsive in bed. Channel 2 Michael Seedens was in Sandy Springs Monday when a toxicology report later determined that Peacock had overdosed on fentanyl after eating laced pills. After further investigation, officers determined Peacock had purchased the pills from a woman she knew, Mallory James. According to the arrest affidavit, the two friends met up in the parking lot of a Forsyth County Taco Bell where Peacock bought $100 in pills. James was arrested on July 25th under Austin's law. See, they got a law for Austin, which was named after Austin Walters, who died from a fentanyl-laced pill in 2021. See, they already got that law in effect. That was just a couple of years ago. She was taken to Fulton County Jail, where she was later released on $50,000 bond. She's been charged with aggravated manslaughter causing a fentanyl overdose. And another thing, too, see, this is why I'm thinking these are Edomites, because $50,000 bond. No, hey, if that had been a so-called black woman, sold a so-called white woman some drugs, and she died, you ain't getting no damn bond. You can cut that out. They're going to hold you. Or it's going to be way higher than 50 grand. That's for damn sure. Psalms, let me start at verse 3. 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And that's the point. See, Esau, the so-called white race, they're not in trouble like how the other races are, or especially not the so-called black race. So-called blacks. If there was if a white person and so-called black person done the same exact crime, it's always going to be that so-called black person getting a lot more time than the so-called white person. That's even if they get time. A lot of the times they don't even get no time, man. They get a little slap on the wrist, a little probate, and they back out doing what they was doing. Okay, it says last week, Channel 2 Action News spoke to the family of Austin Walters, who said dealers can be charged even if they use the most common defense. The drug dealer can't say, hey, I didn't know it had fentanyl in it, Walter's mother, Beth Walters, said. But what about your grown ass fuck? And y'all calling these fuckers kids. These are not children. These are adults. The 19-year-old, that's a damn woman. Come on, bro. It says Seaton reached out to James' attorney, John Weltzler, who said, our thoughts and prayers are with the family of everyone touched by this tragedy. And that's all they got to say. And when you go into the comment boards, a lot of those comments, man, they clowning this chick. They like, hey, look, she a grown fucking lady, pretty much. Let me get another one. Who would pity a charmer, right? Salakia. Let's go into the Apocrypha boy real quick here. And again, man, we don't have no remorse for none of this shit, man. We don't have no remorse for none of it, because when our people were out here, man, on that bullshit, and nobody was showing no pity, no mercy, no nothing. All they was doing was just throwing our fucking people in jail, man. Funeral after funeral after funeral after funeral. They didn't say it was this was something that was seriously. They just called it the war on drugs. But you was the fuckers that put that shit in the neighborhoods. Sirach 12 and 14. Let me see. No. Verse 13. Who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Like, who's gonna feel pity for somebody that's done something fucking stupid? She didn't pull up in the parking lot and buy $10 worth of this shit. Not even 20, not even 50. She got her $100 worth of this shit. She went home and she got too high. And don't think her mama didn't know about her ass getting high. She probably didn't save none for mama when she got home. Probably took mama's portion too. You know? You're trying to make it seem like there's a damn, you got to come up with a law for these people. Matter of fact, though, let me see if we can find this, because I want to do a lesson. When I seen this, and I'm like, how many laws are there that's named after people? If there's a law that's named after a so-called black person, you know what I'm saying? It would be far and few, man. It's not going to be too many of them. That's for damn sure. Let's see. Yep, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones on signing the Austin's Law. Austin's Law helps to combat the fentanyl crisis in our state by addressing the sale and distribution of illicit substances. So, of course, yeah, you're going to get somebody that's selling drugs. You should. Because they damn sorcerers, damn witchcraft, man. But what about the people that's actually rolling up to get that shit? Because I'm telling you, these so-called white people that be rolling up and getting those drugs, they are not doing nothing to them like how they do to the so-called blacks, unless it's just a big stupid bundle. You know, that's it. But you know, let's see though. I want to see who this guy Austin is, right? Austin's Law. Is this him? What was his name again? Let's see, Salakia. Did they even have his name? Well, what was his name? Austin Walters. Okay, his name was Austin Walters. Let's see here. Yep, this is him right here, I think, right here. And this is the reason why they come up with these fucking laws, man, for these goddamn Edomites, man. They got a bunch of them on here. Well, we know it ain't Jake right here. Let's see. Let's go back, though. This is it right here. Let me see if this is the one for real, for real. Oh, damn. They got send flowers, plant a tree. Hold on. So, damn, did they come up with the law that damn quick? Oh, this is just the obituary. Okay, so Salakia. Well, let's put in Austin Walters. Oh, here it is right here. Law. I just wanted to put the face to it. Is this him? This might be him. Yep, I think this is him though. But they'll come up with a law though, man. You know, like and they had a list too of laws that's named. I went into it. Let me just put in laws that's named after people. Cause I wanted to. Well, I don't know. Yep, I remember Bill Clinton. Yeah, he signed some shit of George Bush. But as you can see, as they signing these laws, who's in the backdrop? The so-called white man. They're signing these laws in for so-called white people. They're not signing no laws in for you Negroes, man. You know? Megan's law. What's this here? What happened to Megan? See? These white people, man, see? See that little beautiful little girl? Oh, yeah. You know what? Hey, they're going to do it every time, man. When it comes to their people, they're going to go all out for shit like this. When it comes to you so-called Negroes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you can forget about it. Yep, they got the Megan's Law story. You don't need to go into it. Let's see. George Bush signed. I think he signed the Obama signed one of them bitches too. Yeah, but anyway, you get the point, man. And like I said again, we're not tripping on nothing like this, man, because you know Esau is just reaping what they've sown. And matter of fact, this is let's get another one. That's a rock. This just shows you the fall of America as well, especially when you see two Beckys go down. One goes down for killing the other one off some damn drugs. This generally, you know, that don't generally happen, but it's getting bad out here. There be 9 things, Sirach 25:7, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. See? She 19. I bet she more than likely probably didn't have no kids, wasn't married, which she probably should be, you know. In this day and time, of course, we know that, we understand it in Esau kingdoms this day and time. But in the ancient days, man, she'd have had like 4 or 5 kids at 19. Easy. Housework being done. Cooking, cleaning, washing clothes. Wouldn't have no time. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even thought about a drug because people was actually happy to live. You know? Here in Esau's kingdom, people are miserable as fuck. And they don't like living in this place, man. So they really just trying to... It really is just, you know, a bunch of fun time. They want to have fun. And they want to just get away from the reality of real life in America, man. Which, let's get another one in Baruch. No. You know what? I mentioned that. I might as well. That's the spirit. Baruch 4:32. It says miserable. Let me see. Maybe 31. Baruch in the Apocrypha as well. 4:31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved of her own desolation. See that? For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Yep. And that's pretty much what's going on, man. The pride of America is being turned into mourning. Because your typical, you know, even, you know, so-called white women, they some damn demons too. But back in the days, you know, they would have, you know, they was pretty much handling that house, and they was about their man. You know, they was about, handling that family business, so to speak. But now in these days, shit, they baby mamas and they turn their damn husbands into baby daddies. and that never used to be. This is really fairly new for them over the past couple of decades, I would say, especially the past 20 years. The past 2 decades, yeah, they haven't been looking good on the world scale, on the world stage. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. See? You're living in a time period where a young woman that age is not even thinking about marriage. She's just thinking about getting high, having fun. These are my fun years. She'll do that shit up until she turns about 30 before she wants to, or actually be going to college while she's doing stupid shit like that. She'll do her little career thing. I'm going to school. I'm going to get my whatever she's going to get, and then once she graduates college, get her little career job, then she, whoever she may have met in college, they really plan families. You know what I'm saying? Jake just out here don't give a shit. Jake just out here, just everything running up in that thing, boy. And she just, opening up them legs to anything that she feels she likes. That quiver, man. Scripture talks about that too. But overall, this is what the majority of, and it's not just the so-called black women now. It's really all these women from all these nations. Because if you go to a major city where they just got a smorgasbord of all people, you're going to see some shit. You're going to see some shit. Them head wraps come off in them cities, man. All these different women of different nations that you would think that would be righteous. Nah, man, they complete freaks, man. They like to get high. And wherever the fun is at, that's where they're at. That's it, man. You at a damn Taco Bell ordering $100 worth of fucking pills. And your mama get home. And they ain't even say nothing about a dad in this. So that lets you know them curses are being reversed on Esau. Matter of fact, let's get that. I'll end out here, Yahweh Ratazak. Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See, the Lord has started to reverse those curses onto our enemies, man. The people that hate us. These people are not doing well, man. I work with I work with a lot of them, man. And when I tell you, man, they rarely smile. They you can just see it on their face, like they just ready to just fuck somebody or fuck something up. They need to just go somewhere and just let off some steam. Because Esau, man, he let it bundle up a little bit too long, and he'll lose it on your ass, man. Straight up. Anyway, shit, hey, this chick got right out of jail. She probably like, well, I might as well sell some more of these pills to try and, get me a decent lawyer or something. Anyway, though, with that, like I said again, we're not feeling sorry for Becky here. Of course, they give you, of course they're going to give you that sweetheart picture. Well, where's the drug picture? Where's those days when she's really on those drugs? They give you some picture of her. She probably about 16 in this goddamn picture. That's how they do too. And you can clearly see this one right here, boy. She just, you can see it in her eyes. She looked like she just walked out of a meth lab. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala, the Bible bar. Yeah, continue on praying for the downfall of this